Welcome. I'm Leanne. I'm going to lead you through this yoga practice today. So come and get comfortable. You can sit or lie down, whatever is best for you here. And when you're ready, if you like, close your eyes and just check in with yourself. How are you today? Doing your best to welcome all that you notice so that you are being curious, kind to yourself as you practice today. What's present? Perhaps taking a moment to notice breath, just the easy flow of your breath in and out. You feel where you're touching the floor. So through some part of your pelvis, perhaps some part of your legs, your feet. And notice your body physically connecting with the earth underneath you. So this is how you're meeting ground. And if you're sitting on something, that counts as earth. Okay, so the ground underneath us supports us. When we connect to it, we receive that support into our body. So the qualities of earth are that it has density, it's solid, it's stable. So earth is grounding, nurturing. We're going to cultivate some of this grounding for ourselves in this practice today. When you're ready, shift yourself up into table pose. So coming up onto all fours. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then we'll just gently take our seat back towards our heels. So we'll slide back to what looks like child's pose a little bit and then come back up into table. So just gently back and forth. You might be able to move with your breath here, which means you can inhale up and exhale back if you like. Just take your time. We're moving at shoulders, at hips, at knees, and our spine gently changes shape. And then come on up and stay in table pose. And we're going to take the right leg and we're going to lift it up and back behind us. This could be your inhale. And you're going to exhale and hug the knee in. So round your back, tuck your chin, bring your forehead towards your knee. Okay, inhale and lift the leg up and back. And exhale and curl in. Inhale and lift. And exhale and curl. Okay, and then just take the leg back. Okay, from here, we're going to step this right leg into a half squat. So that means that the foot steps to the floor. It's a little wide and it's angled out. And your hands are down either on the blocks or on the floor on the inside of the right leg. So the right foot is flat, the shin is straight up and down, and your thigh bone is angled out to your side. Can you bring your left hand back to the floor and then turn to the right. So just open up towards that right leg, and you can lift the right hand up towards the ceiling. Just feeling that gentle twist in your spine. Okay. Unwind your turn and come on back to table pose. And we'll do the same thing on the left side. So you're going to inhale, lift your left leg up and back, and exhale and curl in. Inhale and lift, reaching up with that foot. Exhale, curling in. And inhale and lift, and exhale and curl. And then just take the leg gently back. Okay. From here, your left foot steps into that half squat. So it takes a step forward and a step wide. It might be off your mat. Okay, just turning so you can see. You've got the right knee on the floor, left foot on the floor, left knee and toes are angled out. So you can sink down here onto your forearms if you like, or onto your blocks, or you can stay up on your hands. Just feeling into your left hip. And making your way back to your hands and then turning to the left. So right hand stays. Turn your heart towards that left side, maybe reaching the left hand up towards the ceiling. Okay, feel the parts of you that are on the ground. So your left foot, your right hand, your right knee, maybe the top of the right foot. So that nice stable base. Okay, unwind your turn, come back to table pose. Curl your toes under, lift your knees up, just come into a gentle downward dog. So feet are at least hip width apart, wider if you like, fingers are spread, weight is trying to move through the top of the palm. And just maybe soften the knees a little bit. Okay, or you could alternate the heel that you're pressing back. And you feel down your legs into your feet. Okay, from downward dog, come to a forward fold. However you want to get into that forward fold is great. Soft knees, so bend your knees. Take a look at your feet on the floor. Push down through your feet with your knees bent, and we're going to bring ourselves up. Okay, come all the way up to stand. Bring your hands to the creases of your hips, which is the front of your hips. Okay, so not up at your waist, not at your hip bones, but down lower where your thigh bones meet your pelvis. So fingertips at the creases of your hips. And then we'll sink back into chair pose. So you're hinging where your fingers are at your hips. Your seat goes back. Weight is in the heels. Shoulders are easy. Okay, can you feel down your right leg into your right foot? Feel down your left leg into your left foot. Okay, press down through the heels and lift yourself back up. Okay, great. So now take a step forward with your right foot, just a little step, just a gentle step forward onto a separate railway track. Now bend both knees. Keep both feet flat, bend both knees. So your front knee bends as much as it can bend, your back knee bends as much as it can bend. Relax your shoulders. Keep your feet on the ground. So your shins have traveled towards the chops of your feet. Press into your feet, straighten up your legs. Just give your shoulders a roll so you can let your arms hang beside you. Give the blades a little movement up and down or in and out. It can be random. Okay. And then let the hands come back to the sides of the pelvis, and we'll come to pyramid pose now. So we're going to tip at the hips. Pelvis rolls forward, heart comes forward. So you could bring hands to thighs. If you have some blocks and you want to use your blocks, then you could bring your hands down to your blocks. Okay, have your hands on something. So if they comfortably reach the ground, that's okay too, but have your hands touching something. Now from here, we're going to bend our back knee, which is our left knee, and we're going to sink our weight backwards. Okay, so that left knee bends. So if you've got blocks or if your hands are on the floor, they're coming back a step so that your hands are under your shoulders. Okay, or you could have your hands on your thighs. So your left knee is bent, your right leg is straight. Okay, from here we'll come up. So push into your feet, soften your front knee, and lift yourself up. Okay, step your right foot backwards so that you come back to mountain pose. And then step your left foot forward into that separate railway track, just a gentle step. Okay, bend both knees, so sink down. Feel into the front leg and into the back leg and the ground underneath both feet. Okay, straighten your knees, come up into your shoulders, give them another roll towards the spine with the shoulder blades, away from the spine, towards your ears, away from your ears. You don't have to do the same thing at the same time. Okay, let your hands find the sides of the pelvis again. We're going to tip over, so tip at the hip, so the pelvis rolls, the heart comes forward. Use your blocks, listen to your body. Hands can come to your thighs or the floor. Lots of choices. Do what's best for your body. Okay, and then we'll bend the back knee and we'll push our weight backwards. So the right knee bends, the seat goes back, the left leg straightens. Breath still coming and going. You can feel into that left foot on your mat, the right foot on your mat. Okay, and then we'll come up. So press down and rise back up. Okay, step your left foot back so you end up back in mountain pose, feet under hips. Can the hands come back to the front creases of your hips? Sink into your chair. So your back stays neutral, which means the curves don't change. Sink down. Weight is back in the heels, so wiggle your toes. Okay, press down and lift up. Okay, from here we're going to come to tree pose. So if you want to step off your mat, you can. Okay, stand in your left foot and bring your right foot to the inside of the left leg. So you could have the right big toe on the ground and the heel up on the inside of the left leg, or you can have the whole bottom of the right foot up anywhere on the inside of the left leg. Okay, and then you're just going to see if you can extend the arms. You can choose here. Our arm's going to lift higher, or our arm's going to come down lower. The arms don't have to do the same thing. Right, what does it feel like down that left side of you? Okay, let go. So come back to mountain pose, and then we'll switch sides. So stand in your right foot, roll the left leg open. Maybe the toe will stay on the floor and the heel will come up to the inside of the right leg, or maybe the whole left foot will come up to the inside of the right leg. Rest your gaze on something on the floor in front of you. Play with where your arms are going, whether they're up or down. Maybe they're in at your heart. However you like. What does it feel like down that right side of you, that right foot? Roots into the earth. Okay, step your left foot back to the floor. So come back to mountain pose. So if you stepped off your mat, you can come back onto your mat. Okay, fingertips back to the creases of your hips, the front creases. Come into chair. So sink back and down. We're easy in the toes. So our weight is in the heels. Shoulders are back. Okay, press down and lift back up to the ceiling. So straighten up. And then one last time, send your seat back. You've hinged at your hips, at your knees, at your ankles. Can you roll forward from here into a fold? So you could bring forearms to thighs and keep knees bent, so in a half fold, or you could come upside down, putting your hands on something, whether that's your legs or your blocks or the floor. Okay, listen to your body. How straight do your knees want to go here? Just be gentle. Okay, if your toes are squeezing the mat, can you soften them? We're going to step back from here into downward dog. So you can plant your hands, walk your feet back one at a time. Press back through your heels. Your feet are at least hip width apart. Okay, come on down to table. So drop your knees to the floor and then come to low plank. So bring your forearms down to the ground. Walk your knees backwards. Curl your toes under. Hug your tummy in. Shoulders are back away from the ears. Head is in line with the heart. So you're looking at your hands or in between your hands. Okay, if you can have knees up, then you can lift the knees. Feel the parts of you that are on the floor. Just hovering above the ground. Breathing. Okay, come on down to your belly. So lower yourself all the way down. Bring your head to your hands. So forehead resting on hands. And just relax for a moment. Feeling those parts of you in contact with the earth. What does it feel like to have the front of your body resting on the floor? Okay, we're going to swing the hands out from underneath us and just have the forearms and palms on the floor off the crown of your head. And then we're gently going to lift. So it's a little back bend, right? We can keep the gaze down at the mat, shoulders back from the ears. So we're in a supported back bend. Feel the parts of you that are in contact with the floor. Come on back down. So bring your head back to your hands. Come into your right leg and let your right leg lift off the mat. So the knee stays straight if you can. Lower the right leg down. You're going to switch over to the left leg. So left leg lifts. So the hip stays on the floor. The pelvis doesn't move. Just the leg lifting up, lowering down. So come back to the right side. Another option here, if that feels like too much in your back, then keep your thigh on the floor and just bend your knee. So you can bend the right knee. Then the right leg comes back down. And then you'd bend the left knee. Just bring the heel in as much as it can come behind you without your back hurting. Okay, so whichever version you're doing, right leg is going to lift, shoulders are easy. Right leg lowers, left leg lifts. Jaw is soft. Let's do one more time each leg. So right leg lifts and then lowers and then left leg. Okay. Resting the legs down on the floor, so relax. Shift your palms forward again, so forearms and palms on the floor, and just come back up to that little supported back bend. So forearms and palms down, head and heart up, gaze is down at your mat, shoulders are low. Easy breath. Okay, come on down, and then hands next to the chest, come to child's pose. So you're going to bring your seat towards your heels. You're choosing how wide apart your knees are. Your big toes can be together, and support your head. So whether your head is on your hands or on a block or on the floor. And just feel that head resting on the ground. You can feel your breath moving gently. In and out. When you're ready from here, come over onto your back. Hey, you're welcome to put something under your head if you want a little pillow or a towel under there, or a blanket. You can bring your feet down to the floor in a nice neutral position for your spine to be in. So its four curves are there, feet on the ground. Relax your shoulders. Okay, pick up your left foot, and we're going to circle the left leg bone in the hip socket. So it's as if you're tracing on the ceiling a circle with your knee. And relatively speaking, the pelvis isn't moving too much. So try to move the leg bone in a circle. Change directions when it feels right. And then we're going to hug that left leg in. So interlace your fingers, place them on the left shin or behind the thigh. Give the leg a hug, relaxing your back and your shoulders and your ankles and any other part of your body that's starting to, or where you notice there's tension. Can you take the left leg a little wide and hug it in? So let go with the right hand. So your left thigh is just falling a little bit wider. Okay, and then bring the left thigh back in and take the foot up towards the ceiling. Reach up through the heel, relax your shoulders. You can hold behind the leg or not, up to you. Okay, slowly lower the left leg in line with your back, so it's coming all the way down slowly towards that end of your mat. It's going to hover above the floor for a moment. You reach through the heel. Okay, and then let it go. So just let the left leg come all the way down to the ground and relax anything that you have on. So just rest into the floor. Okay, step your left foot back to the mat. You're going to do the right knee now. So pick the right foot up and you're going to circle the knee. So as if you're tracing a circle on the ceiling with your right kneecap, pelvis staying relatively still. So try not to move the pelvis too much. You might have your fingertips resting at your hips. Not to hold your pelvis, just to be aware, just to help with the awareness. You're switching directions when it feels right. Okay, give the right knee a hug in. So thigh bone coming in towards you. Let go with the left hand and let the knee fall wider. So now you get to hug the knee a little wider. So maybe it feels like it's coming to the outside of the ribs. Okay, let go of the right leg as the foot's going to come up to the ceiling. Reach through the heel. So hold behind the leg if you like, or don't hold. Reach, reach, reach. You straighten that knee. Okay, and then you're going to lower, so slowly lower that right leg towards the floor. So it gets a little heavier as it comes down. Hover it above the ground. Relax your shoulders, your jaw. Okay, let the right leg come down to the floor and relax. Okay, we're going to bring the left knee across the body. So we're twisting. So we have the right leg long, left foot on the floor. Okay, and then you can let the right hand help the left knee come on over towards the floor on the right. Left shoulder is going to try to stay down. And then switch sides. So both feet to the mat. Left leg goes straight. Okay, right knee is going to come across so the left hand and the right knee can connect so that the left hand can help the right knee come on over. Okay, come back onto your back. Take your legs long and your arms long above your head and stretch your whole body. So fingers to toes, everything a good stretch up your sides and your front and your back. And then you're going to relax. So bring your arms below your shoulders. Let your legs relax. So come into whatever position is going to be comfortable for you to relax in. So you might want to support the knees, which will help the back feel comfortable, more comfortable maybe. And you might want to support the neck. So whatever you need. Okay, feel where you're touching the floor. Letting your body rest into the support of the ground. So letting go of effort and tension. Just letting it feel like it can dissolve into the earth. Okay, softening your head. So the face, the eyes, the jaw, the mouth and the tongue. Relaxing your nose, the head, neck and throat, collarbones and shoulders, letting them go. Arms and hands. So let them relax. Feel where they're in contact with the floor and let them rest through those parts of you into the ground. Inviting ease into your whole torso. So the whole front of your torso, the whole back of your torso. Right side and left side. Insides and outsides. And letting go of tension and effort and holding. You rest or feel your legs resting. Feel your feet resting. Whole body, outside and inside. Surrendering to gravity. Letting the body rest into the support of the ground and the floor. And then allowing this energy of earth to support and nurture you. So that you're connecting to your own sense of stability, that feeling of stability that comes from inside your body. And the feeling of groundedness from inside your body. Just feel stable and supported and at ease. When you are ready, whether that is now or in a few minutes from now, you can release your practice. Just notice how you feel. When you're ready, move as you would like to, taking your time, coming back to your side, and then when you're ready, from your side, coming up to seated. And when you're ready from there, you can move back into your day. Thank you for practicing today.